Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Fallout 3. Well, we're not done with Underworld just yet. Apparently Riley's in here. We should have a chat with them about their rangers, apparently. Let's see, are they in the medical bit? Vague memories of this medical bit containing a quest giver. Okay, there's Riley. She's in some sort of coma.
I'm afraid she's going to be out for a while. She's not well at all. Don't worry, though. I'm sure the rest of Riley's rangers will show up soon and take her home.
And who are Riley's rangers?
Oh, you must be new around here.
Oh yeah.
They're a mercenary company that bases itself out of the DC ruins. I'm assuming she's their leader, Riley. What was left of her armor had her name stenciled on it. She was in a pretty bad way when they found her outside Underworld.
What's wrong with her?
She had multiple lacerations, contusions, broken leg, some internal bleeding, and blunt force trauma. She hasn't been conscious since they brought her in a few days ago. I'd say she tangled with some super mutants and lost. It's a miracle she isn't dead.
Interesting. And how did she end up here?
She was just brought in by a few others. They found her bleeding to death at the entrance to the city here. If she'd been out in the tunnels any longer, she'd have been someone's meal by now.
Do you think we can wake her up? Would you mind if I try?
Unless you're an expert at medicine, I wouldn't recommend it. You may end up doing more harm than good. However, I'm all for helping my patients, so if you think you have the ability, be my guest.
We are pretty good at the old medicine. What if we just poke her here?
Whoa. What? Where am I? What happened? How long have I been out?
That's a good question. It's been centuries. The planet's a lush green paradise once again.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? That isn't very funny. If my guys were here, they'd kick your... Oh shit. My team! What the hell happened?
Well, I heard a distress signal.
They are? Holy shit! Look, either I need to get out there and lend them a hand, or they aren't going to last much longer.
Start from the start, Riley.
We were mapping the Vernon Square part of the downtown ruins, and got jumped by a super mutant ambush party. Usually it isn't a problem, but this group was bigger than usual. We fought our way into Our Lady of Hope Hospital, hoping to find cover.
More muted?
You got it. More of the ugly bastards just kept coming. We fought our way to the roof and found a way across to the Statesman Hotel next door. The super mutants seemed driven, like they smelled blood. They kept following us. Once in the hotel, the only way to go was up.
Trapped yourself at the top of a tall building. Brilliant.
Look, I don't know what your problem is, but I got 3 guys alone out there with an army of super mutants around them. Either help me by listening or get the hell out of my sight. I am not here to be judged by you or anyone else. Now, like I was saying, we had to fight our way up towards the roof of the Statesman.
Last stand?
Last stand? Well, we hope not. We figured we'd get up there and get a better signal to radio the Brotherhood of Steel for help. Problem is, help never arrived. Vernon Square is so thick with the super mutants, I don't think they could slip through.
Set up any traps? Any mines?
Actually, we did lay down a bunch of countermeasures. I don't know how many of them have already gone off, though. When I slipped out with my stealth boy, I think I almost tripped 1 or 2 of them. Damn near didn't make it out of there at all, come to think of it.
You've been in a coma for a while. Chances are they're already dead.
No. There is no way my guys are dead. If there's even the slimmest chance of surviving, they'll do it. If you won't go, stop wasting my fucking time and find me someone who will.
She's not happy. Get up again.
Yeah? What do you want?
I suppose I can go and help them, I guess.
Get the Rangers home. Please. That's all I want. I don't care how you do it.
What's in it for me?
Spoken like a merc. You sound like me when I was just a kid starting out in the business. Okay, Hotshot, how about a full suit of Ranger armor? It's the best combat armor in the wasteland. Or if that doesn't do it for you, I'll set you up with a minigun from our armory. Either way, you walk away with something.
Fine, I'll do it.
Whew. I was holding my breath on that one, I think. I wasn't sure what you were going to say. All I ask is that you hurry. I don't know how much longer they will be able to survive up there. I also recommend you try and find the body of Theo, one of my men. He was carrying our main ammo supply. Here, let me punch the ammo box code and some better directions into your Pip-Boy there.
Cool, I'll be on my way.
Take it easy. I don't want to lose you too.
You were yelling at me a minute ago. Well, that's something to do. Super mutants aren't much of a problem for
We
us.
hardly ever get human.
So that sounds like a fun time. No, we're not far from the Museum of Tech though, are we? I know we've already been there, but I've got a vague inkling that something was missed and I'd like to go back and have a look. Now, looks like stuff's kicking off over here. As per usual. Brotherhood, mutants, skirmishing. But which way did we leave the Museum of Tech? Oh, hello. It's an overlord. Down it goes. Took a bit of a beating, but we got there. Is Jerry able to deal with that one by himself? Maybe, or maybe we just go into the museum. It's been at the back of my mind that there was a strange terminal in here, and I want to see if we can find any more of the buggers. Yeah. We saw one before that had this 000 on it. So it's a message to Jigs from Prime. Left breadcrumbs all over the info terminals. Complete the sequence and you're home free. So, it's from Prime. Which means number 19. Might be a good answer. Number 1 confirmed. Good. So that suggests there are more terminals in this museum that we need. There might also be more super mutants around that we've missed. But that's fine. We know how to deal with them. Oops. I've broken a terminal. That's not like me. Museum maintenance, that's no help. There's only a turret terminal. I thought I only had 5 answers and I removed a dud, so I thought I was home free. But there must have been 6 answers on there. Oh well. Yeah, we got any in this west wing to worry about? Not that one. Aha! Number 2. So it's not 24, 38 or 88. It's got to be 53. Because the others are all divisible by 2. Number 2 confirmed. So, 99 no, 105 no, 111. That's not a prime, is it? Got to be 113, I think. Get passcode. The loot is in the security office safe in the upper part of the west wing. Meet me in the old diner outside the Drury Street metro station. That's given us a map marker. So, upper part of the west wing. We are in the west wing, so let's head on up. Oh yeah, there's our relaxed super mutant friend. We remember him. So we can unlock the safe with that. And then we got some caps and some stuff. Now we should probably go and find this diner as well. Drury Street metro station is our destination. It doesn't narrow it down much because we've got 7 million metro stations. Oh, there it is. It doesn't show up as a metro station, which is why I couldn't find the thing at first. If we go directly west then, from Vault 101, we'll worry about Riley's Rangers in a minute. And give a good bit of testing to our new gun as well, this Lincoln's repeater. I suppose I could put a marker on the map as well, just to help us out. Who's pinging us? No. Raiders. What's their accuracy like? It's not outstanding at long range. That's that guy's head off. Okay. It's a strong gun. Not going to let that guy get away, are we? I mean, we don't have to. We could just go up and give him a good blast in. Teach him a lesson. The ammo for this, though, is a bit rarer than the ammo for some of our other guns. But the ammo for our sniper rifle is also rare, so... yeah. That's what you get. So with those buggers out of the way, we can continue our quest. Maybe if we find this prime guy, we can murk him and take his share of the loot as well. That'd be nice. Who's that? Some other guy with a dog. A scavenger. Okay. We're not the only bugger strolling around out here with a pup. It's good to know, I guess, in some way. Yeah, so there's the metro. Very good. No, it's the diner, wasn't it? Prime way out, you bastard. Because you already moved on. Oh, wait a minute. There he is. 500 caps. Why was your share so much bigger? Also, Xuan Long assault rifle. We will take that. 52. What does that Chinese assault rifle do? 39. So it's significantly stronger by the look of it. We'll pop that on. And we'll even repair it with our assault rifle. Nice. Oh, we like this. So that was worthwhile after all. Now, Riley's Rangers maybe need rescuing. Because they're idiots. So where do we want to go for that? Chevy Chase East? Then into a hospital, then across the roof into a hotel. I think was the plan. Well, there's Pip-Boy saying back into the metro. I think it is. Maybe we've got a bit more metro hopping to do before we can find ourselves where we need to be. Good job. Ghoul. A feral ghoul roamer. Oof. Yeah, that went down. That's pretty useful with the old assault rifles, it seems. Are we supposed to carry further on? Go down those tunnels? Maybe so. Maybe we don't want to be getting off there. So, Vernon Square. There will be Mewtwo's. Yep. That confirms as much. We've also got all painless, haven't we? Is that worth using? It's pretty accurate at range. We like that. Nice. So it's quite wide open here. And there's cars. We want to not take cover in the cars. Because we know how that goes. This building gives us some spots where we could take cover. Oh. And here we go. Hospital. Promising. And we should be on the lookout for mines and stuff. Because as Riley said, they're all over the place. Probably best to just deactivate the turrets. They never seem to do much for us. Oh, wait, they're already deactivated. Well, in that case, let's activate them. Yep, they are doing something after all this stuff. They are annoying super mutants. Jerry's found some friends. Sound like a bugger with a minigun almost. That might have been the turret. Yeah. Always flee when you hear a baby cry. It can never lead to good outcomes. probably eat some of this food I'm gathering up. But let's also pick this lock. Ah, hello.
What is it now, man?
You get out there and defend the hospital, friend.
Bloody stupid if you can't hide from
Yep,
still.
that centaur is probably pretty stupid.
Well, that's it then.
Now, let's see what else we got. No, I've just eaten a bunch of food and now there's a bed. This is why I always delay eating food as long as I can. Ooh, take the medicine journal. Do we need that? I forget if we'd maxed out our medicine. No, we haven't. Quite a way off, in fact. There's some muties, gang. Oh, the other one's hiding. Jerry? Surprise, friends. We call this flanking. Idiot things. Now, if we were going up to the roof, we would need stairs. Those are stairs that go down, which is probably less helpful than going up. But we'll have a quick poke. Of course, we've just blown our arm and leg off. Luckily, we know where there's beds nearby, so that's not the end of the world. Yeah, there's got to be some stairs that go the other way. We need uppies, not downies. Nurses Station Terminal 2. Is this going to be of any use? It's more fun hacking. We like hacking. Unlock med supplies. Sweet. We couldn't give a shit about injury reports. But we'll take some stim packs. I'm also carrying around a bunch of blood packs, aren't I? 27 of them. They heal 1 HP. And they sell for 5. Which means they can all sit on the floor. They have no use for the dang things. Stairs. Precious stairs. And what have we on level 2? I'm going to guess the answer is more super mutants. Oh, bloody thing. You keep wanting to just take the goods that are in them, and then they just bring the lid down on you because they're idiots. Yeah, I'm not really enjoying this assault rifle outside of VATS. It's pretty great in VATS. Yeah, quite the killing machine. There's that haze in the air that suggests gas. There's cookers that suggest a source of gas. Is that a big problem? I'm going to say no. Let's just keep firing our guns. No, that's the point. I should probably grab some of their hunting rifles. Because old Painless here could use a bit of repair. If they're going to have hunting rifles all over the place, as muties often do, then we may as well take advantage of that. Here we go, we've made it to the roof. I guess this is how we got to the Statesman Hotel. Yep. And then we'll be wanting to go up again, but we can't go straight up. We've got to go down to get up. That's how it be sometimes. Well. More of Riley's bloody trip mines and stuff. Grenades. All sorts of traps. More damaging than harmful. Okay. All pain is kind of effective, but took a few shots. Yep. Yeah, you two can deal with that. There's not much else down here. So let's head on up. Let's actually look out for traps for once. Ah, Theo's ammo box. Don't mind if I do. So yeah, that was Theo. That sounded like a tripwire. Come on, dog mate. I'm pretty sure I just said let's look out for traps and then immediately ran into a trap. There are some folks that would say I'm not the most perceptive person in the world. To which I would say, who said that?
There you are!
Where are we? There you are. A master. Okay. Took more than a full load of VATs, but we got the job done. All sorts of nooks and crannies in here. Sort of place one could easily overlook. Good loot. But no, I'm not seeing any of that good loot hanging around. By good loot, I'm basically keeping one eye out for bobbleheads. We like bobbleheads. Skill books as well, they're quite useful. Now that's definitely a tripwire, but that one's already gone off. Yeah, and we can't go up there. So down again? Oh no, that's where we met Theo, so this is where we came into this floor. So where's our next step? Got turned around. Why do all the doors open towards me rather than away from me? I hate it. Whoever designed doors in this wasteland needs to be shot. Was it you? I hope so. More centaurs. Yep. Go on, gang. Barely worth my time. What's behind this door? It's locked, so it must have valuables. Well, we'll raid a first aid box for sure. It's a mine box, so we don't really care, but we'll lockpick it anyway. And that mine box is already open. Very well. Not the most exciting of loots, but loot nonetheless. And a note from Little Moonbeam's father.
My dearest little Moonbeam, I know you've been waiting to hear what happened to me. I'm sorry I left you like I did. An important deal came up. One that might have let us get away from the shack we were living in. I came to the Statesman Hotel to meet the buyer and the deal went bad. We shot each other, and now I think I'm dying. I won't make it out of this place. The ruins are falling with soup into them. All I can do is record you and then hide up in one of the rooms. You're a strong girl, and I know you can use everything I taught you to survive alone. Please forgive me, sweetie. I only wanted to make the best for us. Daddy loves you very much. Goodbye.
Okay then. Daddy made a deal, and it went wrong. And folks got shot. He still sounds like a far more interesting dad than we had. He doesn't sound like the world's blandest man, so yeah. I hope little Moonbeam is out there somewhere, kicking ass. Now, we've got an elevator. I guess that would take us up to the roof, which is where the Rangers might be holed up. But there might be more loot down here. What happened to you? I guess we're not in a position to look at him because we've got this bugger to worry about. Yeah, there's another way there, perhaps. That might go to the roof as well. And a flight of stairs. So we've got a few options, really. It looks like they will lead to the same sort of place. Blimey. What happened there? Nothing good for this guy, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, a bit more loot. Oh yeah, there's a guy. You're not eating anyone's arms, buddy. That would require you to have a head. Oh, we spotted one. Now, are we able to get close enough to... Yeah, we are. Sweet. We disarmed a trap for once. Let's disarm the other end of it as well. And here we are. On the roof, perhaps. Still seems like there's muties around. Yep, there's one. Nope. What happened? Which way is best? That way's got a centaur. This way looks kind of interesting. Ah, that's where the elevator might have brought us up, if we'd chosen to use that. And here's a locked door. The Alfresco Lounge.
Now try and hide from...
Not very bright, these buggers. Yeah. He's firing lasers. Wasn't that guy? Don't think it was any of us. Yeah, that guy's got some sort of laser minigun. That would be the one who was firing lasers. Okay. Maybe this guy needs some bigger guns. A Gatling laser. Interesting. Big old room. See why the super mutants would choose to try and defend it, although they are idiots at the same time, so yeah. Might have just been dumb luck that they chose this room. Now, who did we just shoot? Was it this guy? Yeah, I wonder if this bugger was the one who fired the first lasers. That Protectron. And back here we got the kitchens. And a way down again. This is a big hotel. And then we got a way back up again. And that might be that centaur that we saw when we first arrived on this floor. Now, I think I saw which way we want to go next. So let's head on up, turn around, and then there was a door possibly leading to the roof at long last. Been quite the adventure, this. I've enjoyed it. Don't really care about the rangers, but I enjoy a good adventure as much as anyone else. So there's lots of bits of super mutant. That suggests the last stand has been going pretty well. It does also sound like the chaos might not be over yet. No, there might be more going on upstairs, that would explain it. Up we go. Oh no, everyone's dead. Except for those dudes at the end. They've already looted all the ammo off them, they're professionals.
Hey you, get your ass over here before you attract every super mutant in the building.
I've already killed them all, mate.
The name's Butcher. I'm the team medic. It's good to see a friendly face. Okay now, who the heck are you and when are reinforcements coming?
I'm the reinforcements.
You made it all the way up here alive. Okay, I'm impressed. Riley must have sent the right person for the job, as usual. Hey, is she okay?
Kinda. But shit's about to hit the fan up here. You're asking questions.
Look, Riley once told me all we got in this shitty world is each other. I buy into that theory quite a bit. We watch each other's backs, and that's what keeps us alive. If she's dead and you just followed our transmission, I want to know about it.
Okay, fine, yeah, she's alive. She's safe in Underworld. He's satisfied.
Yes, very. Now let's talk about getting the hell off of this roof. I would have proposed going back the way you came, but apparently it's impossible now.
Why?
So, the express elevator is our only solution.
Are there any other ways?
Well, I can think of a faster way, but I doubt you'd survive the fall. Seriously, the elevator is our only chance now that the radio tower is gone.
Doesn't seem to work anymore.
You're right. What we need is something to power the elevator motor up here and get the thing going. On the way up here, I'm pretty certain we passed a maintenance room. Inside was a wrecked Protectron. If you can get me its fission battery, I can have Donovan jury-rig the elevator.
Maybe I can fix it.
Maybe you can, but we'd still need the fission battery. It's the only way to locally feed power into the elevator's electronics.
Okay, I'll go look for it.
All right, we'll hold the roof position here. If any of us goes down, don't stop. Get the hell out of here and make for our HQ, Ranger Compound.
Very well. Who are you guys anyway? Brick. You're cool. And then Donovan. So, the elevator has no power. And we do need a fission battery. I could have picked one up whilst we were down there, but yeah, our weight limit is close to completely gone again. Let's repair our shotgun a bit more. There we go, we've got ample space now for a fission battery, I think. So I guess if that Protectron was already dead, then it wasn't actually firing lasers after all. And I was just imagining shots being fired from over here. It's hard to say. Now I've just got to remember where I left the dang thing. Just enough inventory space to pick up the old fission battery.
Cut it out.
And it's fixed. Off we go. Now, where are these buggers? Yeah, you can go down. Good. Do you want to go down? Maybe not. Cool. So that's another one out the way. That's the rest. Did we all survive?
Hey, all right. Me and Eugene are glad to see you.
Cool. We might have all survived. Now, one of you had a minigun. I think we've also got a minigun, yeah. So let's fix that bad boy up.
Again, I'm not sure how to thank you. I'm going to head back to Ranger Compound to see if Riley's back yet. Look me up anytime you're in the neighborhood. If I can ever be of medical assistance or you need some supplies or repairs, let me or Donovan know.
Cool. So where is Ranger headquarters? That would be a good question. You're not going back, Donovan?
Remember, if you need anything fixed, look me up at the
Seems like he's not.
Hey, be more careful.
Now, what else we got? Is this a new part that we've not been in before? It's kind of hard to tell. Because I'm still suspicious that a building this big could potentially have bobbleheads. Tales of a Junktown jerky vendor. We'll definitely grab that, because that's a Barter book, isn't it? And after a bit of a nap. Maybe it is time to just head out. I was going to say it's all very quiet out here, but then this bugger decided to ruin everything. Now, where is Ranger headquarters? Over there, it seems. That's quite a way away. So it looks like if we wanted to get there... This seemed to be our closest metro station, maybe? Not sure. I thought this was the closest metro station, but it's now telling us to go that way. Let's see. Maybe it's guiding us somewhere anyway. Now, we're back in the city streets, so is it best to use something like Old Painless? Something with a bit of range. What's gone on here? That's a particularly unusual mutation that Muti's gone through. There's more dogs. Hello. I guess this is just your house? Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little place you got here. Do you mind if I nap for an hour? You do? Okay, I'll be on my way. Ah, manhole to sewer. That's different to metros. That's completely different. It's a sewer. It's like a metro but wet. A wetro, if you will. Although no, it looks a lot like regular sewers now that we're in it. Albeit one with mutants rather than feral ghouls. Down it goes. And there we go. Thought we were about due a level up. Maybe we just put it all into big guns. Get it up to a respectable 60. And then what might we want to do? Perk-wise. 20% health bonus from stim packs would be nice, in general. Size matters will give you an extra 15 points to big guns, but that's not hugely necessary, I don't think. Scroungy, you'll find more ammo in containers than you normally would. Why haven't we taken that before? That sounds fantastic. Now I guess we'll explore these sewers and make our way to the Ranger compound. But we are going to have to do that next time, so until then, thanks for watching, friends.